Any attempt to use you to douse agitations will fail. Obidigbo to Bianca Ojukwu. Kindly share this video, subscribe, like, and comment below. Elder statesman and President of Osisioma Foundation, Dr. Chike Obidigbo, has told President Bola Tinubu that any attempt to use the appointment of Lady Bianca Ojukwu to douse secessionist agitations or protest against Igbo marginalisation will fail. Daily Post reports that Bianca Ojukwu was among the 7 new ministers sworn into office by Tinubu, and she will function as the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. In a statement made available to journalists on Monday, Obidigbo disagreed with those who suggested that the widow of the late Igbo leader, Dim Emeka Ojukwu, should have rejected the appointment. He contended that although the former Nigeria ambassador to Spain does not belong to the All Progressives Congress, APC, which has allegedly continued to marginalize Igbo in federal appointments, she parades impeccable credentials needed for nation building. On concerns raised by those who expressed reservations over the appointment, Obidigbo said that as the wife of a man who stood as the beacon of Biafra, the minister should know that any attempt to use her to douse secessionist agitations or protest against Igbo marginalisation will fail. Lady Bianca Ojukwu's appointment was strictly on merit and based on her strength of character, superb comportment, and broad experience in international diplomacy, he added. While arguing that the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs would bring her wealth of experience and worldwide contacts to bear on her current assignment, Obidigbo declared, "It is clear that hers is actually a call to serve. I fully support her acceptance of the appointment despite the fact that the current APC federal government has continued from where General Muhammadu Buhari stopped to mistreat Igbo." Lady Bianca Ojukwu's ministerial appointment has a lot of significance both for the Igbo and Nigeria at large. Her appointment shows that Igbo have quality personnel that could help to turn around Nigeria's current deplorable situation. As the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, that modest position is a rebuke to successive political leadership in Anambra State that feel reluctant to unleash the potentials of women for socio-economic development based on flimsy cultural considerations. Finally, I am confident that the Minister of State's appointment would help to add her views to discussions about the circumstances that propel secessionist agitation among Igbo youth. Mrs. Ojukwu's current position will put her in prime spot to also share perspectives on how to reach a common ground on the prolonged dubious incarceration of the leader of indigenous peoples of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the international community. However, if she discovers that her appointment was specifically to sabotage Igbo unity and interest, she should remember whose daughter and wife she is and respectfully bow out to retain her dignity and immense clout. However, I wish to also remind my friend, President Tinubu, to take another look at the skewed ministerial appointment, which has left Southeast with less than it deserves in the stature and designation of officials from the zone. It is appalling and a blatant show of disdain that out of a huge list of 48 ministers, the Southeast could only be allotted just 2 ministries: Science and Technology and Works. Having selected 3 women from the zone into his cabinet, President Tinubu should have considered one of them as substantive senior minister. Share this video, like, comment, and subscribe for more of our videos coming up.
Yes. Thank you. Well, yes, for the Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, before we leave, can we use
It's our office here.
Oh, okay.
You're blocking me. Shift now.
You have tried now. Thank you.
Your Excellency, we wish to see you.
Gentlemen, please, let's leave now.
You're blocking the camera. No, she will. Okay, Excellency, would you like to see what from here or from here?
Yes, okay.
That is better. Okay, so give away there.
Okay, let her come there so that.
Yeah.
Foremost, I would like to extend immense thanks to the President Bola Tinubu, who swore us in as substantive ministers, no longer ministers designate today at the villa. And I'd like to thank in a very special way the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Togo, the Permanent Secretary as well, who pulled all the stops to ensure that things went seamlessly. And so many other officers of our ministry. I call it our ministry because this is essentially my second missionary journey to MFA. And as you can see, it was a very warm welcome, and I feel right at home. I believe that the President knows what is imperative in Nigeria's foreign policy. I am, of course, yet to be briefed by HMFA, but essentially we all in this ministry would be keying into the four tenets of the foreign policy thrust of the President, being democracy, strengthening democratic institutions, especially around the African continent, development, keying into the African continental free trade area to harness our immense economic potentials, and of course, taking advantage of Nigeria's demography. As you all know, 70% of our population is under the age of 43. So that's a huge demographic. And we fully intend to harness the immense potentials at their disposal to ensure that our country gets that burst of creative talent, of skills, of the vibrant energy of youth and what they bring to every dynamic country. Most importantly, we intend to key into the President's initiatives regarding the diaspora. We all know how strategic our diaspora population is. I mean, the diaspora remits 22 billion. And you can see what we can achieve if we leverage on their economy and the foreign direct investment that they can help engineer and drive. Something that is very important, I think, to most of us here, and I say this because this ministry has a crop of some of the most dedicated officers. I have worked with many of them, and they are dedicated to the advancement of the foreign interests of this country. And they're also dedicated. And I saw during my tenure as an ambassador to the Kingdom of Spain, really what they were able to bring to bear with very limited funding, and how they were able to intervene for the benefit of our citizens abroad. That's a very, very important aspect for us, to ensure that our embassies, missions really abroad, are run more efficiently, to ensure that they're able to provide greater services, seamless services to our citizens, and also to ensure that we're able to come to the aid of our citizens abroad in distress, wherever they may be. So I think essentially this keys into and aligns with the President's foreign policy objectives. He today made it clear that we're facing challenging times, but if we all join hands, commit ourselves to ensuring that we can lift this country from the situation in which we find ourselves, then the sky is the limit for what we're going to be able to do, especially in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing.